What's up, guys? Welcome back to the podcast, boys. This is episode 51, and fun fact: next episode is gonna be our 1 year anniversary, pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah, it's on May 11th, which is on Tuesday. So you'll see this video before that. So yeah,
Yeah.
next episode is technically our anniversary video.
All right. So, story time. Cal's gonna go first.
Yeah, I got a long one. So the cast is off. So now it's a brace. Oh, why is it warm? I can take it off, and I'm the doctor said I'm like throughout the house I'm free to take it off and do whatever. I've worn a splint before. Um and so I know what to kind of expect. It's better than the cast. So I have to go to physical therapy, just because the muscle. I don't want to take this off to show you guys because it's very unnoticeable. So on the camera you probably wouldn't tell, but basically if you see on my hand, you see how it has like this shape, like a round kind of shape. With the other hand, it's just like flat, because I guess the muscle was squished in so much from the cast. Um, and there isn't that much difference between my. It's not like that skinny, like a little bit, but not that much. The muscle tendons in my arm, you can see them like lower down. They're more noticeable. And also, I think I don't know what bone this is. The one. Let's see if you could see that. It's like yeah, that bone right there. That's the wrist bone. It's more big on this side from like scar tissue. Um, I don't really know the full details. That could be there for like a year or two. I don't know. Maybe I can work muscle there and it won't be as big. It's not too noticeable, but it's like a bit bigger than this one. And so yeah, I have to do physio. Not looking forward to that because when I take this off, surprisingly, the bone is so sensitive. Like I went to touch my shoulder and it was like it hurts. Like it's so sensitive. So I'm not really looking to physio. I'm looking forward to that because I feel that it's not gonna be good. I don't know how long physio would be. They have to determine that from my progress and stuff. Could be a month, could be a week. I don't know. Um, this I have to wear for a month though. Even if the physio goes well and everything, this is just so like I'm not like I could take it off right now and I can do the rest of the podcast without it. It's just when I'm doing stuff, but when I'm just walking around the house or something, sitting down, I could take it off. But yeah, so that's the update for my wrist. It's
I
getting
have a
better
question
slowly.
about it. So you can't? Can you
Yeah.
like move like your arm? Like you can do
Um.
stuff like.
So
Like
I can move it as long as it's straight. I can do that and it wouldn't be, but if I went like this, dude,
oh.
that yeah,
Yeah,
it would
What
hurt
the
like
heck?
that.
fingers, right?
Yo.
Can you move your fingers like back like that?
Yeah, I could, and that wouldn't hurt. I can make a fist and everything. That wouldn't hurt.
Oh.
It's just
Yeah,
bending the wrist.
the wrist.
Oh.
That
The
is,
hardest.
yeah.
I remember, like when I broke it there, I kept with my hand because I was like, oh shit, I don't want to fucking like fuck it up again, right? So my hand, I literally wouldn't move my like fingers, right? I literally try to stay like as like I don't know, like normal as possible. But then they ended up doing this, right? So and it's like claw hand or whatever. And so I went to like the dog, like to the cast person or whatever when they got it off, and they're like, okay, well, you're gonna have to start moving your fingers. And so she pulled all my fingers back when they're used to this for like months, right? And she's like that, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like, what are you doing? She's like, well, you gotta do it. I'm like, holy shit! It's like physio sucks, but I mean, in the end, you get it like strong again. So
Dude.
I should go in there with like a hidden camera and like bring it back.
see what they
Oh
do.
yeah, get your like little thing, like the
Yeah, yeah. I'll
Mm.
yeah, my little it's up there. Wait, this. Just take that in. Just like I don't know, not hide it. Just I don't know.
Straightly.
Walk in there.
I'm like, yeah, with it in your mouth.
Yeah. Dude, that'd be funny. Or I could put it in my pocket and you're just gonna hear from the audio. Something like that. I don't know. So yeah,
Good
that's the
thing,
update.
bro.
So you had physio, Justin.
Yeah.
How long do you have it for?
I didn't go to that many sessions because it was really expensive. But like, I think I went to literally like one, but I had to do the exercises for months and
Yeah.
shit. And then they emailed me like, "Oh, how is this?" And I never went back because my dad didn't want to like, because it's pretty fucking expensive, especially like depending on where you go. But, like,
Mhm.
as long as you do the exercises, like I think I had to do like traction your wrist, so you had to like pull it. You had to do like these, like rotate your wrist, just like one thing
I
that
got
they
heard
made me
about.
do a lot, which kind of sucked, is impact because that's the one thing they wanted to build. And I'm literally still weak because of it. Like when I'm skateboarding and shit, and I fall my like jam my wrist pretty hard, I'm like shit, dude, I can kind of feel it. But they make you like the hardest thing for me to do was like go into like almost like a push up position. And so you go down and like on the wall and you push your wrist like into the wall, and so you get more comfortable with like that like impact thing for your bones and shit. That's like probably the worst thing, but I mean, if you just do the exercises, like you'll be fine, and then you'll just gain the strength back. But
Mhm. Yeah, I'm not looking forward to physio, but you gotta do what you gotta do. I feel it's like the journey to recovery. So I'll
yeah,
get there. And it's like I don't know. You gotta do what you gotta do. That's all I gotta say, really. Um, but I don't know. I think that's all for my wrist story. If I think of something else to add on, I'll like bring it up later. So more of my story time. This was really annoying. Like I don't know why. Like now and then, I don't know, once or twice a month for like a week straight. Why does my shirt keep? For like a week straight, I get like these dreams like every single day for like a night, and I don't always remember them. This week I didn't have it every single day, but like I don't know, 4 or 5 times every single day, and it just gets annoying. Like I just recently started to have this, and some of them are really weird. Um, one of them, I did something that uh the government or like the police officers, they thought I did something illegal, which I didn't do. So I was pretty much laying low at my house until like the court would like clear my name. But I guess they acted upon this. Like, so I was having a family dinner in my house. It was like I don't know, late at night. I don't know, like 7 or 8, and they, I pretty much hear a noise. So I look outside. It's in my backyard, like by my lane. There's like a whole SWAT team out there, and they're just they have a megaphone. They're like, "Come out with your hands up." They like, and then we won't have to. And I was like, "Shit." So like, I'm telling all my family, and they know what to do because like, I don't know. I guess they were prepared for it, and they knew like the circumstance. And so some of my family members didn't know, so they got informed. So we're like, I don't know. They're like, "Oh, you got 5 minutes to come outside," and then we're like talking. We're like, "What do we do?" And within that 5 minutes, it's up, and then they're like, "All right, your 5 minutes is up. We're coming in." So they storm in my backyard. There's about like 50 like SWAT team guys. They're coming in, and they get into my house, and my family members, they just whip out a pistol out of nowhere, and then they start just firing at them. So then I like run upstairs. I think someone like my mom or someone told me to hide upstairs. So I run upstairs. As I'm running upstairs, I grab a pistol from like my family member, and I was like, dude, if I like kill this guy or like damage this guy, I'm gonna get in more trouble. So I start shooting him from like my stairs, like freaking, I don't know, Rainbow Six Siege.
peeking out.
Yeah, just like firing on him. And then I just run back upstairs and I hide in my mom's closet. And it's like late, so I actually fall asleep there to like hearing gunfire and shit. And then I wake up and it's like in the morning. I leave the closet. It's like perfect daylight out. I don't know what it was, like the afternoon. I slept for a while. I walk downstairs. My house is completely trashed, and no one is there. No one's in my house. The doors are closed, everything, but the whole place is trashed. There's no bodies, nothing like that. And I was just standing in the middle of the house, and I was like looking around, so confused. I was like, "Hello," and I just wake up. There's that, and there's another dream where I was just having a normal day, and I was somewhere in my house, and there's like a portal just summons in my house, and someone comes through it, and they're like, "All right, you need to come with me." I was like, "What?" And long story short, this guy was a police officer from like the year 2050 or something, and he had a police officer uniform that matched very similar to the Mandalorian armor. And he's like, "Yeah, you need to come with me." I was like, "Why?" He's like, "Well, 2050, one of the gods, I don't know what he was referring to, but he's like, one of the gods decided to just end Earth. He's like, all right, you guys all suck. Like, I'm done trying with you guys." And so he like tries to destroy Earth. And he's like, "I've had it. Like, you guys are all dumbasses." And so then he pretty much just destroys the Earth with like a massive like wormhole. And he's like, he's like, "They're giving us one last chance." He's like, "You need to come with me and help us." And then I don't remember why me exactly. I don't remember the full story to this, but then I go in, and everything's so like high tech. Like, all the buildings are so big and so like high tech. You can just tell like it's more modern or more futuristic, the building style. And I'm on top of this building looking like through the city, and all this shit's getting sucked up from a wormhole. And pretty much I traveled the city trying to like help shit, and then this god like notices that I'm helping and stuff, and so he like closes the wormhole, and he realizes like that I've like, I don't know, put my life out to like save the earth or like help the earth. He's like, "All right, I'll give you one last chance," and then he just leaves. He like leaves from the skies. Like, I don't know. It wasn't like there wasn't anyone there. Like, you couldn't see like the god. It was just like an entity. Like, you can hear it. Like, imagine someone talking very very loudly throughout like the whole city. It was like that. And
Bro,
there's like there's no one there, but like you can hear
it's like,
them, and then they just like leave.
remember
And then the
Eon
guy,
from Skylanders?
oh yeah, it's pretty
Bro,
much
it's like
like that. Yeah.
that.
Without like the head. But then he's like, the officer, yeah, he had like a jetpack and everything. And he's like, "All right, good to go, thank you." Opens the portal, boom, I go through it. I think there was one more. Um, I was swimming. I
Oh
was
yeah.
swimming in like the ocean. I was so deep in the ocean, so deep, and like I don't know how. I was just swimming and I was just searching. I was just looking, like swimming through, looking. It's so empty, just empty seas. And then in this all this emptiness, I see my dog swimming in the ocean, and I swim up to him. He's like all happy to see me, and then I pick him up, and then like I swim to the top. And when I get to the top and I leave, it's like an alien planet or some shit. And everything's like all like, it's like a different planet. It's like it just looks so different. And then like I wake up and I think there's another one that happened last night. I don't remember. I remembered it like this afternoon, and I was like, "Oh," but I don't remember it now.
When did these
Shoot.
start? Like
Huh?
after you like fractured your wrist?
Yeah,
Oh, dude.
yeah. Since
So
I fractured my wrist when I was on ketamine, when I started having those very weird dreams. As I was unconscious during during the procedure, I was like surrounded by my friends and everything. I don't know like what God's trying to tell me with this. It's very weird. Like, it's annoying at this point. Like, the ketamine part, like, I was under a lot mentally. I was very upset mentally. That was the worst experience of my life. So for me to have a dream about my friends comforting me during that situation uh is very comforting. But now it's like I'm annoyed at this point. It's like every single night Like not like every single night, every single day. It's just like I don't know, throughout the week, 1 week or something like that. Like it's off and on. Last I don't know if I'll have a dream this night, but last night I had a dream and I don't remember, but I remembered it today and I was like, okay, I gotta remember, and then I forgot. I'm trying to think. It maybe had something to do with school or like
Bro, you gotta write these down. You can make them into like a film. Honestly,
I know I was
it
thinking
seems
that like a
cool.
book or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, because some of them are like interesting.
Especially
Um,
the dog one. I like that.
Yeah, that's weird. And I remember like one of the dreams I think I mentioned a while ago when I first got my cast on, I kept on dreaming about things that I wanted to do after I would get the cast off. So I would dream about playing soccer, playing basketball. I actually injured myself, funny enough, having a dream about playing basketball. So I was playing basketball and I had this ball and it was in the Holy Trinity basketball gym. Okay, I'm gonna cut that out. It was in the school basketball gym, and I ripped the ball out. And as I ripped it out, I slammed my arm against like the bed, and it
Oh.
hurt like a lot because I just like it was a couple of days after I got the cast on, so I slammed it against my bed as I ripped the ball out, and it hurt a lot. Another dream I had, I just remembered. It wasn't the one I had last night. It was a while ago. Um, it was like present day, and there was this parasite. It was almost like Venom, like the movie Venom. There's this parasite that wanted to take over the world, and it kept on infecting people and infecting people. And it was very similar, surprisingly, it was very similar to the coronavirus in the sense that it was taking over people and infecting people, and it was in the news. Like parasite takes over people, and it's pretty much turning them into zombies. And it was like COVID. There was restrictions, and it was people don't care about the restrictions, so they kept getting infected and like turning into these zombies because this parasite was trying to take over the world. And me and my friends were like the only people that actually cared about it. Everyone else was just like, all right, we'll avoid it, and then go shopping and stuff. Just like now, a lot of people are. So we were like running away from this parasite essentially for like these months' time. And one day, every single person in the whole world has got this virus except for me. So I go onto, I don't know where it was. It looked kind of like San Francisco, maybe. I get into like a dune buggy and I drive to like the middle of nowhere in a desert. And I climb on up to this rock as these like all these zombies are chasing after me, right? So I go onto this rock and I just wait for them to come to me, and I see them all like running towards me. And I'm just standing there like seeing everyone like, and I pretty much just as soon as I wait for them to come, and I pretty much just outmaneuver all of them, going through like twists and turns in like the desert and like tunnels and stuff. And I managed to hide. Somehow they didn't find me, and I just wake up. And then I went back to sleep because it was like in the middle of the night. And when I went back to sleep, it was like a part two to that dream. It was like 10 years later, and I was in my neighborhood, and I was just like, I did something to like cure it all. I guess everyone's back to normal, and my friends that were helping me through this like phase, they eventually got infected, and then that's when I was like the only. I'm switching up the timeline here, but that's when I like went to like the desert by myself. But before that, I had friends like having a plan, but they got infected. So I pretty much am walking around in my neighborhood, and it's very late at night. Like I don't know. I think it was like 11 or 10. I was walking around my neighborhood, and something happens. I see this weird plant or something, and I like pick it up, and the plant like comes alive and it goes into my hand. It's literally like venom. Like it went into my hand, and I could see it like going up my arm, and then it goes down into my leg, and then it's like going throughout my whole body, and then it goes into my leg, and then gets stuck there, and it's like trying to move, but it's like stuck in my leg. And then I was freaking out, and then eventually it starts talking to me, literally like venom. I hear it talking to me, and they're like, it was the same like parasite, but this time I can hear it, and like I can like talk to him. But before it was just like a virus. But I was like talking to this thing. It's like it wanted my friend because it wanted to use my friend's body as like a host to become more powerful and have like a round two, like taking over the world. This time it has like a body. So it wants me to go to my friend's house, which is like a couple blocks away, and so it's like 10 or 11 at night. And I'm running around my neighborhood screaming, talking to myself. So all these people are looking at me like, what the hell? And I'm like shaking my legs, screaming, get out of me. And then everyone's like, you know what I mean? So it's like, I was freaking out. And then it gets stuck in my leg and it's like, I can't move. It's like I need to get to your brain if I like, for me to take control over like all of you. And it's stuck. And then it's like, all right, well, if I can't get to your brain and you're not gonna take me to your friend, I'll just kill you, and then I'll get out of your body and then go to your friend. So I was like, no. Like, I didn't want to die, so I take them to my friend's house, and at this point it's like 11 a.m. So I knock on the door, and their mom answers, and they're like, "Oh, Colin, hi!" Like, and I was freaking out. I was like, "Okay, I need them to come out, and if they're there, them to come out too." And then they're like, "All right, one sec." And then they're like, "So and so, yeah, Colin's at the door at 1 a.m. I don't know why. Don't ask me. Just come out." And before they like said that, I was like, "And it's an emergency." Then they all come out, like all the people that were like involved with like me. I think it was like a year after like part one, and all these people that were helping me in like part one, they're all there in the same house. And throughout the night, I forgot to mention, as I was going crazy, there's this one girl, like it's in a housing complex. There's this one girl in like the house next door, and she's staring at me like throughout the night as I'm like freaking out. Up until 1 a.m. is when I finally decided to go to my friend's house. So for like 2.5 or like 1 to 2 hours, I was freaking out in the streets. Just like, you know, everyone probably thought I was like a drug addict or something. And they come out, and this girl, I guess, like, I don't know, she's just watching me like this whole time in her house. And I found it kind of weird. But at the same time, it's like I knew I was crazy, so like I don't blame her. So then I pull like all my friends out, and I quickly say, because they're like, "Oh, I haven't seen you in a year. What's up?" And they see me freaking out, and I explain to them the situation quickly, like very quickly. And then I was like, "Yeah, they're trying to get into your body," and I was just freaking out. And then for some reason they believed me like right away. They're like, "Oh my god, yo, what are you gonna do?" And as I finished saying that, the girl from like the other house, she comes out, and she's like, "Yeah, it's true." And I was like, yeah, she sees it. She knows, even though I didn't know how. I was just using that as like a backup. And then they're like discussing amongst themselves like what they're gonna do. And all of a sudden, I get like really nauseous, and I start getting like dizzy and like hallucinating. I'm like losing my footing, and I was like, oh my god. And then you know when you like spit on the ground, like I just went like, and I leaned over my shoulder and I spat on the ground, and I was in the dream, I was facing left, and when I spat, I actually spat in real life. I spat on my pillow, but it's like the complete opposite way. And I was like, "Oh, dude, what the hell?" And it was so weird. Like it's literally the opposite of sleep paralysis. Like I've never had that happen to me before. That's so weird. Same with like the arm thing. I went to like rip it out, and I just went like,
Bro, that shit's actually so crazy. Like you have like,
yeah.
dude, that's like an ability. Like, how do you remember it to that detail? Like, I felt
Yeah, you
nauseous.
gotta
I
write
went to
those
the
down,
right.
dude.
Yeah, like, bro, I can like I have a dream and I remember like one thing. Like,
Yeah,
I'm like, oh
same.
shit. Like, what in the afternoon? I'm like, oh shit, it's like this. Like, it looked kind of like this, but like I don't really remember. Just kind of like the idea of it. But you fucking remember like the
Bro, that's
I
like
turned left and
some
spat here and
superpower.
like that's some yeah, I swear, bro. Yeah, you should fucking like write those down because like I literally like in English we have like this short story thing. Bro, those like literally any of those can be like a short story, especially the zombie one. Like you have a part two to a dream. Like that's
Yeah.
like, bro, what the
I woke
fuck?
up and then I went back to bed, and then it was like part two.
That's fucked. Like you just like, oh shit, I'm just gonna continue my dream. Like you fucking switch. That's actually sick though. Nuts.
I should search that up. I don't know why. Like, it's pretty much the opposite of like sleep paralysis. How I'm like interacting in the real world with my dream.
Were
Like-
you like able to control you like what you were doing?
No,
No.
not
Just
in
like
the dream. It wasn't a lucid dream.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's like a
Dude,
vivid dream. Like
what
you
if the
understand.
drugs are,
Like you get
still
it.
in your brain cells?
Yeah.
And then
Which
the-
one's your guys' favorite?
Best one's a zombie one, or like the virus, the Venom thing. That one, like that could actually be a movie. I'm not even joking. Like you like wake up and then it's like a fucking zombie
Author
apocalypse, and then
Yeah.
or the dog one, or like when you're in the sea. That like all of
The
those are
dog
like
one was
so
dog.
cool.
weird. That was so weird.
That one could be trippy. Like,
Yeah.
or what if you just combined it like two of them and like you fucking you come up with a dog that's an alien world and zombies are attacking, and then you have to go to your friend's house. Like, dude, the shit like stuck in your leg. That's like the climax of the movie. Like, get the fuck out of my leg, and then dude, I can feel it. You just put some like background music to it. The like intense music, like the and then yeah.
No. Yeah, I don't remember what I had. The one I had last night, I don't remember it. Like I remember this afternoon, I was like, oh, I forgot about that. And I was like, okay, I gotta remember. And now I forget, but I remember it's pretty short. If I remember, I'll tell you guys later. But it was
Yeah, I would
pretty
say
short.
to write them all down.
Yeah, like
Gotta
that's why we're
recreate them.
documenting it. So it's like I'll remember.
Bro, you gotta recreate them.
Yeah, make a book or something.
Yeah, that'd be dope.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It's pretty annoying, like at times, because it's like I will literally go to bed expecting it.
Is it
I
like
don't know.
every day?
Well, this week it happened like every day for like 4 or 5 days straight. Yeah, seriously, it's so
never
weird.
The fact that you remember them, yeah. I have like,
Yeah.
like I had like I think I had one like last night, and then I remembered it, and then I forgot it. Like I fucking don't
Dude, I
remember.
love dreams. They're like so cool. But
They-
I never
yeah,
have them.
they're
It's
cool.
So sad.
Yeah, same. I think that's why they're cool, because maybe like we're like, yo, that's kind of sick. I just had a dream, and you just have them like all the time, so you're just like, yeah, I fucking hate them. Annoying. I can kind of
Yeah,
see that.
I know.
Like
So that's annoying. Let's trade.
one
Because
night,
it's not me
Yeah, I just
getting
switched.
sleep. Because when in my mind, I'm trying to sleep, but I'm watching a movie while I sleep. If that makes sense. It's like
Yeah.
I turn off. Like I don't like go to bed. You know what I mean? I don't want to watch anymore.
Fuck.
So it's
Yeah.
like I can't get out of that. In real life, I could pause the thing and go to sleep. But when I'm asleep, I'm stuck in like this reality. You know what I mean? It's so annoying.
It's entertainment.
Entertainment, but I'm not trying to watch a horror movie when I'm trying to fall asleep. Like, I don't care, dude. And somehow I was able to breathe underwater too with the other thing.
Oh, yeah. How was it? Is it cool?
It was just like normal breathing. Like, there's no difference. And I don't know how my dog didn't die either. Like, how would it be? How would it be able to get that deep down without dying? Like,
Yeah, he went so far down.
yeah, it was so deep, and I don't know how I got up so quickly because it was literally, I look up and it was like I was in the middle of like the ocean, nothing, no fish,
It was,
nothing,
like,
just
really
like
dark.
yeah, very dark,
Damn.
so dark. It was like maybe a little blue, but like it was very dark. Like you can tell it was very deep. You know, in those like documentaries, you go down really deep in the water. It's like so dark that it's like a little blue, but like not quite. It's literally like that. I didn't have any gear on or anything. I just had my clothes on. So weird. Like how? Like I don't get what's. And I remember a couple weeks ago I was telling you guys I had dreams about like animals and stuff. Every time I search them up, the meaning of it, it's like it's affecting my life. Like one of them is like, oh, you're not thinking clearly. When I went to go like ding dong ditch or something, it's like, oh, you're not thinking clearly. When I had that. Or like I had a dream about a snake. It's like, oh, someone in your life, you're having negativity, and it's like that was when the girl on TikTok was like talking shit about me. So it matches up, dude. What can I say? It's so
Yo.
weird. Like, stop, please. Okay, I've had enough. Like, give it to these guys. They want it. I
Yeah, I
don't.
want it, dude. I love dreams.
Be
So
sick.
cool.
Yeah, I
Especially
mean,
scary ones, and then I like wake up and it's a relief that it's not real.
I have not
Oh,
had like that kind of
I
dream
love
since I
the
was like
suspense.
4. I remember
I
when I
remember
was,
I was like,
I think I was 4 years old, and I had this ongoing dream. It was like the same things over and over again, but it was the same situation. Basically, there was this robot. You know, in like the Skylander, like when you verse the boss battle, you know the view of it where it's like the bad guys at the very back of the screen, and then
and
you're
it's
like,
like a big like
yeah, or they have that
rectangle.
in
So,
Little Big
yeah.
Planet too. They're at like the back, and then like you see the little guy running around. It was pretty much like that, but I was in that position, and this massive robot dude was trying to kill me, and I kept on dying. Every single time I would die, and I would wake up, and I'd be like I haven't had one of those dreams where I've woken up and like freaking out, like Anakin Skywalker when Padme was giving birth, like not like that, but it kept going on and on. So during the daytime when I was like 4 years old, I would actually think of plans of how to defeat this guy, and I never did. I think one time I came very, very close, but I got caught off guard, and then it's like so. But I stopped having those dreams. That was like the same dream over and over and over again. This time it's not, you know. So I don't know what's wrong with me. I searched up uh like what happens to give you dreams, and it's pretty much there's a lot of different things. You can have anxiety, not getting enough sleep, which I've been getting 8 to 9 hours of sleep. That's a good amount for our age. Like that's what you need. So I don't know. I'm doing everything that says how to avoid it. Like last night I had one, but before last night it was a couple days, so I had like a good night's sleep. But I don't know. And I'm not even done my story time. I think I had one other thing. The me and ET, this is kind of like going into topics, so I think I'll save it for like when you guys are done your story time, so you guys can go.
Okay, I just want to say that I had like this dream. I forgot when, but it was like recalling this dream that I had when I was 5, and it was like probably this year or last year, and I like remembered it, and it was like, dude, what? And I like it was like deja vu kind of.
Wow.
It was so weird. It was like so far back, and I remember it happening, but I just don't remember anymore. I don't remember any dream that I've ever had.
Damn. And I'm just here hogging them all.
I remember like on the dream point. I remember I had one like not that long ago, and I was like super stressed. Like in the dream, I was like I don't know exactly what was happening, but I remember being super stressed, and like this dream felt so real. You know when they feel so real, you're like, holy shit, like I'm gonna die or I'm gonna
Yeah.
fucking fail the like I think it was an exam or something. It was something, and I was like gonna die, or I was like if I didn't do it, I'm gonna get like shit on or like fail school or like just like I don't know. And I remember waking up and be like, holy shit, like that. I'm so thankful that was a dream. Like, oh my God. It's just like, for some reason, they feel so real, which is like,
Yeah. Coming
it's
back to like your point, I had one of those dreams a couple weeks ago, maybe a month ago now. And there was a celebrity that was watching my soccer game. And it was a girl, but I don't remember who. But like they were hot. And I was playing, and I was like playing like shit. And
you're like, fuck.
I would like, and I don't know what happened. And then it was like halftime, and I was like, dude, I'm missing all these open shots. I could get like 5 goals by now. And then I start warming up, and my friend's like, okay, just take a shot, like open net right now. And I shoot, and it goes like 10 freaking meters over the crossbar. And I was like, dude, I can't. Like, I literally, someone's stopping me. And then like, okay, just pass it in. So I pass it in, and it takes like it's rolling super, super slow, and then it finally goes in. It's like the universe is not wanting
Oh
me
yeah,
to
like
score.
it's like brawl ball, like when the ball is like
Yeah.
going so slow.
Of course, there's a brawl reference, but yeah. So then
Yeah.
I'm just like I can't score, and then like in like the next half, I get so many like uh missed opportunities. It's crazy. I would have got like 10 goals. And I think that was my mentality of like my mind just being so like scared of like going back into soccer and going back into like sports of how my wrist will behave and all that stuff. I think that's what the dream was based off of. And like the game's over and like everyone leaves. And then my dad's like, "All right, here's a change of clothes." And so I don't know why, but I go butt naked and then change, and I'm like in the midst of like all these people, and then he's like, "What the hell is wrong with you? Like, why would you do that?" I was like, "Oh, it's a sports thing," which it's not. I don't know why I said that. And then he's like, "I don't care if it's a sports thing. You don't do that here. Like, change in like the car, or, like at home." And I was like, "Dad, don't worry about it." It's like, "It's a sports thing. You don't get it. Like, leave me alone." He's like, "I don't care if it's a sports thing. You don't do it."
What the fuck?
And I don't know
You
why I said
strip,
that.
Dude,
It's literally
and the
not.
celebrity,
I
like the
just
really
don't
hot
get how you
celebrities, are just like,
remember.
what the fuck? You're just like stripping, like all your clothes. You're like, that. Trust me, it's a
That
sports thing.
trust,
It's
yeah.
normal, bro. Trust me. You just don't know. You don't know. What are you saying?
Yeah. That I woke up from and I was like, "Oh my god, thank God that was just a dream."
Yeah, shit,
Like,
dog.
Dude,
It's
I don't
so,
crazy.
get how you remember the dreams. How do you do that?
well, this one in particular is because I woke up freaking out, like how Justin was saying. Like I woke up
Yeah.
like,
I need
but
to like have a journal. I kind of want to lucid dream, honestly. Dude,
I
that would
Lucid
be
dream
so
thing,
cool.
I've done it like once. It's like it's weird. You wake up. I remember my room was like, I think it was really hot or something. But it's when, or no, I was super stressed because I had like a test the next day. But like it's when if you wake up in the middle of the night at like before your like REM sleep. It's like I did a whole project for science on it. But if you wake up at like, I think you wake up around like 1 or 2 or something. If you just like for some reason, like your body just jolts you awake and you go back to sleep, you'll remember your dreams because your body's like telling your brain that you should be awake. And so you start like controlling shit because your brain's like actively like processing it. It's so weird, like the science behind it. But if you do that somehow, like I think it was because I was like for a test and I was like, dude, I'm gonna fucking fail, and I was like really scared. Like if you have something like that that triggers it, you'll like lucid dream. It's just like weird, but
Oh, dude.
so I just Googled it to clarify, and I was right. So it says here on Google, a lucid dream is a type of dream where the dreamer becomes aware that they are dreaming. During a lucid dream, the dreamer may gain some amount of control over the dream characters, narrative, and environment. However, this is not necessarily for a dream to be described as lucid. So, throughout my whole life, the majority of my life, all of my dreams, most of them were lucid dreams, and I became quite familiar. I would have a nightmare, and I would see someone like trying to kill me, rushing towards me, and I'd be like, and then just wake up because I knew that it was a dream. I was like, and then I woke up and I was like, nope, I knew it. Like I can't do that. And up until this year, that's when I stopped having lucid dreams because now I'm having these types of dreams. So I don't know. I like the lucid dreams because they're a lot easier. If you're not having a dream that you like, you can just end it. It's like what I need. You know, when I use the phrase pausing the movie, it's literally like that, but only instead of pausing it, it's turning it off. So yeah, I don't know.
I remember
Dude,
like something similar to that is like when I was younger, I used to have like reoccurring like nightmares, like kind of like you said, like they just like go on and on. Like I was really little at like this one, but I remember like there's one I still remember it to this day. But like what would happen is like I'd be on like the Grand Canyon or something. Like I'm like in a crib.
Have
I'm
you ever
like a
been to the
baby.
Grand Canyon?
No, it's just, and I was like 5, bro. I don't know how I remember this, but there's like a big like cliff, right? Like just like a big like canyon, right? I'm in a crib right here, and I'm lying down. And what happens is a bunch of fucking SWAT team just like run up onto the crib, right? And I'm like fucking like a baby. I'm like, what the fuck? And they grab the crib, and I'm like all over the canyon, and they start shaking the crib,
Oh,
and then I fall, right? And then right before I hit the ground, I wake up, and that was the whole
oh,
dream. And I used to have that every fucking night when I
Like,
was like, I was like, oh, what the fuck? Like, Mom, like, get here. Like, I couldn't sleep because that was every fucking night. And you never hit the ground. Like, you're like, oh, and you wake up, you're like, what the
damn.
fuck, dude? That's just crazy. And there's one that I had, and it was like, remember, like, do you remember, like, Talking Tom and, like, those, like, games on, like, the iPad and shit? I remember I would, like, my mom had, like, the iPad, and we were, like, playing those games. And then what happened is, like, in the game, there was, like, you could zoom in on the eyes, and there's, like, this whole
Oh,
conspiracy that someone was, like, behind the thing, like, watching you and shit. I don't even know if that, like, happened, but, like, you could zoom in on the eyes, and it would, like, show, like, the stalker or whatever. And then I remember that, like, in my dream, like, there was, like, a big talking Tom, like, running towards me. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? But then I kept having these nightmares
hey,
about,
what's
like,
up?
the stalker thing.
Hey, I play your shit.
And then, yo, can you sign my book? And then, so what happened is, like, my dad was like, yo, it's your dream. Like, just tell him to go away or, like, hit him with a boulder or something. And I was like, yo, bet. And so, like, I remember that night I went to sleep and I'm like, yo, I can fucking, like, make you go away. So I, like, instead of them chasing me, I had, like, a boulder, like, chasing them and shit. And, like,
Oh,
that was, like, I guess that's, like, lucid dreaming because I was aware that
yeah.
I could, like, switch it up on them. But, like, I guess that's
Mhm.
another time that I've done it. But it's weird. Like,
Dude, that's like that would be so fun in a way. You're like being a god. It's like
you're
Talking
like, fuck
Tom, I'm
you.
gonna spawn in a lightsaber attached with a machine gun and just like annihilate
Fuck
your
your
ass.
shit up. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
it's kind of, in a way, it's cool because, like, if you have, like, especially when you have recurring nightmares and you're a kid, you're like, dude, you're, like, terrified of this thing and you can kind of just switch it up. Like, oh, you know what? Fuck you. Like, yeah, it's kind of cool.
Yeah, like dreams are like honestly the concept of dreams are cool but also scary. And also
Yeah.
like the thing is like I used to be able to like know I'm in a dream and I would be like laying down, right? So say I'm like laying down like this. I would be like able to like do this. So I'm like sleeping and then I'll be like go like this. I'd be able to do that.
Yeah, I would be able to do that too. Yeah.
Like also this happened like I don't know like 2 weeks ago. Like I would be like it happened like 2 times. I think because I just saw on TikTok that like it would be because of like caffeine or stress. Like I would be like kind of like sleeping and then like one of the time I would be so imagine this, it's like black, like it's just all black and then you just all of a sudden see something just falling to your face and then I just jolt in my bed. It's so weird.
What?
Like I'm half asleep and then like right like an anvil just like falls on your head. But like it's black, it's all black, but you see it coming and you just jolt. It's so weird.
Sometimes what happens for me is when I'm trying to not fall asleep, but I end up falling asleep, and my body's reaction is like, no, don't go to sleep. So sometimes when I fall asleep and I like just get to like unconscious, my body's like, no. So I was like, I jolt, like how you said. Or I think one time I had a dream and I just fell asleep and I immediately have a dream. And I was walking at our elementary school and I was going down the steps to the playground area by in the little playground, you know those yellow steps you go towards the other playground. I was walking down there and I tripped and I like ate shit and I like fell face first onto the concrete and I jolted up and it's like I had a shock in my body and I was
Yeah.
like, oh, it's like that type of feeling kind of
Yeah, for
for
me it
me at
was
least.
like kind of like a surge of energy coming at you, like something like
Yeah.
and then
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I don't know.
Imagine one day you just see like electricity coming out of your fingers or something.
I need to like write down my dreams when I wake up. Yeah.
There you
Then
go.
I can recite
And
them.
bring them in for a story time. You have like a
But
dream
I'm
war. Who has the
having it
best
so
dream?
long. It's so weird. I want to.
Your dreams are like, if you think about it, like, what the, like, it's so weird. People just go to sleep and you play a fucking movie. And then some people can remember them and some people don't. And then, like, it's weird. Like, I remember one time, like, in, like, a lot of my dreams, I'll, like, look at something, like, in my whole life, you know? Throughout, like, my whole day, I'll, like, look at something, one tiny thing, and like unconsciously you're like, oh, I don't know what, like never even think about it. You go into your dream and it's like on a desk, like, or there's like it's something somewhere, and you're like, I've seen that before. Like, what the fuck? Like, I've literally seen that. Like, where have I? Because it's like, I think when you dream, like on the project I did, like I was searching it, and like when you dream, it's like your brain like cleaning out a bunch of like old information, like that's not long term. So what happens is a lot of the shit will like you'll like adapt it because it's like you're kind of like, oh, this has happened, or like you see, like let's say I saw like one of the items in front of me, and then you clear it out, but your brain kind of twists it because you don't like why is it there, and then it sort of like turns into a story, or like you don't remember it, but it cleans it out, and then it would be in your dream. So like it's all that weird shit. Like it's so interesting to me. I don't know.
I remember the dream from last night. So it was a scary dream, but it wasn't like it was like a horror dream, but it wasn't like a nightmare. So me and my family went to a hotel somewhere, and we stayed at the hotel. And apparently, the hotel is like has some creepy incidents in the past, but I didn't really care. In fact, I was kind of like, oh, cool. So I was like doing something online. I was like one of my communication devices. I don't know what it was. And my parents are like, all right, we're going to sleep. Keep it down. I was like, okay. So I'm on like the desk in the hotel room, and like my parents have like a room where they sleep in the hotel room. So I don't know. Let's just say I was on my laptop. I was on my laptop typing away, doing whatever. I hear like noises within the hotel room. Like, I don't know, stuff moving or like footsteps. I was like, okay, what the hell? But there's nothing there. So I was just confused. I wasn't scared. I was just like, okay, that's weird. So I was like on my laptop, and then I just see shit moving. I was like, okay, that's weird. And then like rumbling, and it gets worse and worse over time. And then like knocking on the door, and like pounding on like the door in the room, and I open it, no one's there. And then my mom's like, what are you doing? Like, stop. Like, we're trying to sleep. And I was like, it's not me. And then this keeps on happening throughout the night. And I'm like freaking out because I'm like, dude, get me out of this hotel. And then she's like, okay, stop playing with us. Like, stop messing around. Like, stop. And I was like, it's not me. And then she's like, all right, then if it's not you, get out. So she's like, so I was like, where am I going to go? And I guess we were on like a road trip or something. And so she pretty much like sends me to my cousin's apartment to if you're watching, you probably know who you are. But I go to my cousin's apartment, and it's like they drop me off because they don't want me on the trip when I'm trying to, you know, mess with their sleep, and they think I'm just lying. I was like, okay. So I get into my cousin. I'm like, I love my cousin. So she makes me like dinner, and she's like, so why'd they kick you out? And I was like telling her the story, and she's like, oh, that's weird. And like when I entered the room to say hi, she like seemed off. Like she seemed really weird. And a lot of the stuff in in her like apartment was all like changed around. Like her dining table was in the kitchen, and her bed from her bedroom was in the living room. Like stuff like that, just weird changes. And I was like, well, I see you changed up your apartment. She's like, yeah, I like it better like this. It's like, okay. So then I'm like eating dinner in like the kitchen, and she's like just staring at me like so weirdly. And I was like, okay. And then she's like, okay, you can sleep on the bed. I'll sleep in the couch in my bedroom. I was like, what? Okay. She's like, yeah. And I was like, all right. And the bed is in the living room, right? So I sleep on the bed, and shit starts to freaking fly everywhere, like get flying across the room. I hear noises, and it's just happening again, and it's just worse. And I'm like, yo, what the hell? I was like, and I say this all the time as like a joke. It's like that meme, like spirits be going from this house. So I was like, I go to my cousin's bedroom where the couch is, like, and I was like, yo, wake up! Like, what the? And she's not answering like the door because I guess she's asleep. So I was like, okay, well, I don't want to bother her, but I gotta tell her like this shit's going down in her apartment. So I open the door, and I go in there, and she's not there. I go into the bathroom, she's not there. She's gone. I was like, dude, what the hell? Like, like, dude, such an asshole move. Like, I'm stuck here now. And then shit's just being flung. I'm trying to like talk to like the spirit that's like throwing shit around. Yeah. And I was like, dude, can you fuck off? Like, I'm trying to sleep. I was like, stop. You're pissing me off. Like, at that point, I wasn't even scared. I was just mad. And then they get even more aggressive, flinging stuff, like, even harder. I was like, all right, you know what? Have the place. I don't care. It's not even my shit. So I leave. And then, like, I just wake up. So, I guess what happened in that story was the ghost was following me. I don't know.
A psychological like horror, like that could, yeah, like you said, that could literally be like a horror film. Like if you like, I'm just like what I was thinking of, like when you were saying that, how I'm like envisioning it, that could be fucking like so fucked up, like,
Yeah.
and it works perfectly because as soon as like your parents like, oh, get the fuck out, and then you're like, oh, you know, whatever, and then that's literally like a plot of any horror movie. Like there's like they get alone and then like the person gets taken and then they get like something bad happens. That's so fun. That's weird, dude.
All right, now which one's your favorite out of the ones I said?
The dog one. Duh.
That one's pretty good. That one's interesting. Like what I thought it was kind of cool, and like the way that shit was like rearranged. That's so like.
Yeah, like
that's kind of cool. Like, and then imagine like you made this like a movie or whatever, or like a story, and then you like go. Imagine he goes back into the old room, like into your apartment, like where you're staying before, and then everything's like switched out. That's so fucked. That's like
I went from hotel
weird,
to my cousin's apartment. Yeah.
But like, were these dreams like when that one was that around like where you live? Like, do you kind of remember it like in this like area or like?
The hotel room I did not recognize. I've had dreams where my mind makes up places. It's so crazy.
Yeah, okay, that's so like, how does your brain just make like a whole new room that like you've never seen before?
Yeah.
With like completely like furnished with walls and a ceiling and like.
I will say this though. My parents and I were talking about it yesterday. That they were considering, like, if depending on the COVID numbers, we're considering going to Alberta in the summer. So I had that in my mind in the dream, like this might be Alberta. So it could have been Alberta since I don't recognize the place. But my cousin's apartment is it's in Vancouver. So you know what I mean? It doesn't make sense, but it's like, I don't know.
It's maybe just your mind trying to like cope with it. So it's like what you think Alberta would be like, or like a hotel there, and you're just kind of like, just like throwing shit, or like your brain's just throwing shit at the wall.
What if that's like me predicting the future? Like, what if that actually happens? Like, I go to Alberta and then that happens. I would start filming it.
Bro, that shit would be fucking weird.
I would send it to you. I would send it to you guys.
Yeah, post it.
Because in real life, like, just like how the dream was, I wouldn't be scared right away because I think paranormal stuff's kind of cool. But when stuff starts to move and be thrown, that's when I'd probably get scared. And like the ghost literally ding dong ditched me, but they can go invisible. So how's that fair? Like, at least we have to run away. They can just boom. I opened the door instantly, and I was like, "Oh, come on, dude! At least I need to see you running away." Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Ghost got hacks.
Yeah.
Bro, the one thing I'm like kind of like is kind of scary is dream core.
Dream what?
Dream core.
What's that?
Basically, it's like a set of like images that like people kind of like remember and they think they see it in their dreams. It's like kind of like back rooms, I guess. Like, you know, in like stores they have like the, it's hard to explain. Show like a video. I think I have it. It's like just empty spaces and it's like really dark. Oh yeah, here it is.
Oh, I think you told me about that before.
Like, I'm like paranoid. Like, imagine my dreams gonna be like, fuck. Like, now when you thinking about it, like now I feel like I'm gonna like.
Don't go to bed.
fuck dream. Yeah.
It's like this.
Stay awake.
So it's like, oh shoot. It's like, okay. It's like liminal spaces.
Oh shit! I've seen that on like TikTok or something, and it's like
So
there's one that's
creepy.
like a playground of like a. Some of those are so fucked. Like I'm like, holy
Oh,
shit.
like the pool. Look at this pool.
Yeah.
This is
What
so
the fuck?
scary. What the heck?
Or the
And then
I've
this.
I've had dreams like
what?
that.
It's just.
That's okay. You know what that looks like? That looks exactly like the water slide at rec center. Like that's so fucked.
Yeah. Oh, let me turn this.
I remember, like, sometimes I can either go to sleep instantly. Every time I've had like a sleepover with anyone, I've always said as a kid, "Oh, I'm gonna last longer than you." Every time I've had a sleepover with my friend, I've slept last. So yeah. But then sometimes I was like, I'm really sleepy. Like through the summertime, I had so many naps because I was getting like no sleep. And I was doing so much every single day, like playing basketball, and I'd come home just take a nap, which at the time felt pretty good, but it's like annoying because it takes up time out of your day. So I don't really like naps. I only do it if like I just feel in the mood. But I don't really have dreams from naps. Yeah, I don't like dreams. Another thing is like I watched the whole like hour worth of videos about sleep paralysis, and it's like, oh, if you say it or if you acknowledge it, it's a higher chance of you getting it, and that's bullshit. Because I was watching that shit for like an hour, and it's not it's not real, and it doesn't make sense either. But that'd be so scary. Have you guys ever had that? I've never.
Oh,
Have what?
Sleep
sleep
paralysis.
paralysis. I don't fully get it. Like so you it's almost like lucid dreaming, but you're awake. Like you're like physically awake. Like your eyes are open, and then you see shit like come towards you, but you can't
So
move.
the definition of it is your mind is awake, but your body isn't. So
You're
you,
frozen.
yeah, you can't move because you're physically paralyzed. The only thing that's um awake is your mind, and you just see shadows or you hear things. Like I know saw like a shadow like at their door just staring at them, and it's very scary because it's not like a normal dream where you can like move around. You can't move.
Stuck.
So you literally have to just wait it out. Normally they last like a minute, maybe less than that, but in the dream it feels like so long. Probably because it's like when you're doing push-ups or something and you're timing yourself. It's like, oh, that felt so long because you're exhausted, right? But in
Mm.
reality, it was like when I had the thing for my wrist, the I don't remember what it's called, but I kept asking my mom when I woke up, like, "What time is it? What time is it?" She's like, "Why do you keep asking me this?" I was like, "'Cause it felt like a year just went by." 'Cause in
Mm.
I think I said in the podcast, results of ketamine, it's you get like what is it called? You lose track of time. So for me, it felt like a year went by, and my mom's like, "Really? You thought that you were like 15?" I was like, "No, it's not like that, but I just felt like it's been that long." Like, so that's why I kept asking her when I woke up, like, "What time is it?"
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like I think I felt the same thing because I remember when I woke up, I kept like I'm like mom like I felt like when I woke up and I was so high like it like this is kind of like the dreaming thing, but it's also kind of not because like in a way I was aware of like what I was saying, like I knew what I was saying, like I could like you know what I mean, but like I was so like I was almost like a lot more like not extroverted, but I was like being super chatty and like annoying, and I was like shut up, like I was telling myself to like bro what are you saying, like you sound so stupid, but I remember like oh like talking to the nurses when they're doing my x-rays and shit, and then like uh put your wrist this way and put your wrist this way, and I was like okay I'll do this, and like I kept talking about like stupid shit. I remember like talking to my mom like She's like, "Are you high?" And I'm like, "No, Mom, there's no way I'm high." And I kept saying like, you just keep like blabbering. It's like you have no filter almost. Like you just keep speaking and speaking without like thinking about it. And then yeah, with the time thing, I'm like, "Mom, what time is it?" Like, and then it's like, "Oh, it's only like 12." And I'm like, "What?" Like I broke my wrist at like 9, and then I guess I got to the hospital at like 9:30 or like around that. And so like it's pretty quick. They just like put it back in place. But yeah, you feel like it's been like, I didn't think like a year, but I just think like definitely, I thought it was like 3 in the morning or something, but it's like, oh no, it's only 12. I got home at like 12. I'm like,
What
what the
drug
fuck?
did you take?
I don't know. I think I took I had oxycodone pills. I don't know what I took though,
Might have
but
been
I had some
heroin,
weird shit. Really?
maybe.
I think
Because
it was oxycodone
heroin,
or something
oxycodone.
like that.
Like for me, they put it in my body. Like I thought they were gonna have like that, but they pumped it. It
I had
was like,
the mask thing.
yeah, but the
Or,
bag they had, they just dropped it in, and then it was like, all right, Colin, you're not gonna remember anything from now on. I was like, okay, get it done. Like,
and yeah, the
and then
anesthetic thing.
I do remember stuff after that because I kept like I had the dream, like my brain was like half in the dream and half in real life. So and it's weird because I had when I woke up, like for example, this is a pretty good example. This microphone, the way my mixer's set up, I can hear myself talking. But when I take the headphones off, I can, I'm just like I can't hear you guys right now, but I'm talking and I can still hear myself, but with these on, I can hear what you guys hear. So it was like that. I was hearing myself through my mind, like talking. It was so sensitive. I can hear myself breathing. And also my mom was kind of getting concerned because I was so messed up when I woke up. I was spazzing out. And I think I mentioned it to you guys before. I felt like Anakin when he was in the procedure of like everything when he was spazzing out. Not that bad, obviously, but I was like that. And my mom's like, and then also, yeah, I said like the morphing and like the wall was turning green. I already said all this, but I guess, so.
Kind of reminds me, like, I remember when I took, like, I was on the mountain and they gave me anesthetic, just like laughing gas. Like, it's what you do is you put it in, it's like a mask thing, like over your nose. And they kept saying, like, breathe it in, breathe it in. So I kept going, like, really deep breath because I just wanted it to work, like, a lot. And I remember they kept asking me, so, like, the first time when it was broken, they're like, how does it feel? And I said, like, rate your pet. Like, I remember it was exactly this. They're like, oh, out of 10, how does it feel? And I went, a 8? Like, I literally said it exactly like that. And they give me, like, the laughing gas. And, like, you feel like you're, like, zoned out. You're, like, zoned out and zoomed out. So, like, you feel your peripherals more. They're, like, like, portrait mode on, like, iPhone? It's, like, blurred on the side and focus. It's, like, blurred and kind of focused at the same time. But then you feel like you're, like, outside of your body almost. You're kind of, like, not like you can see yourself, but you're like zoomed out almost. Like that's the best way I can explain it. And then like everything was blurry, and it's just like I don't know. And you can like you can sort of hear yourself like on a delay, like more than you like normally can. It's weird.
Bro, it's like raining so hard.
Really?
Bro, I found like such creepy photos of liminal spaces. It's so creepy.
Oh my god.
Dude, that's so. Oh my. Dude, look at this photo. This is creepy. Okay. It's like. I'm gonna have a nightmare now, dude.
Isn't there one of like a
Look
computer?
at
What the
that.
fuck?
What?
That's fucked.
That's
Isn't there one of like a
creepy.
computer or
I'm
something?
gonna have a nightmare. Oh my god. Well, I'm looking at this. Of a what?
Isn't there one? There wasn't there one of like a computer or something? Like it was like on a desk. I feel like I saw something like that. There was like a
No
computer
idea.
on a desk. Or like there's some fucking weird ones, dude.
Dude.
Are we done
Children's play
story
places.
time?
Yeah.
Kind of just like rambling. I think we're going on like The title today, Podcast Boys talk about dreams and liminal spaces.
Yeah, liminal
The
spaces
dreams?
are so creepy. Oh my gosh, it's like my
Those are
most
fucking.
fear.
That's just so interesting. It's fucking
Yeah.
weird.
We should get a scientist on here to discuss.
Facts, dude.
All right. So are we done story time? Because I can move on.
Nah.
You got more?
Mhm.
All right. Let's do it.
So I went mountain biking today for 5 hours. Let's go. And also, you guys might be wondering, yo, why is the lighting so good? Well, yeah, there you go. It's because I got this little thing. It's like to reflect light. It's way better than shining a huge light into my face. It's better to reflect it, honestly. So I got one. And it's on the gold tint right now. There's like black. And well, black, like, it blocks it, so you don't really need that. There's like silver. And then like another silver. I could put the silver on right now.
I just heard howling outside my house.
What the?
Like it sounded far, but I could hear like howling. Yeah, of some animal.
Dude, what is happening? Dude, you're gonna see like something right there.
And I'm
You're
like
gonna see,
checking
like-
my.
See, you can't see on camera. Like, I think if you turn up, no, you can't see anything.
Did you see it?
Look at
Uh-oh.
this, it's literal liminal spaces.
Dude, I think I have a liminal space in my house. So I'm like sitting down
A
at my
black
desk, and then my
orb,
dad
you
has a
see?
hallway. Like, there's a fucking dark
Oh,
hallway.
dude, that's scary.
My dad, I'm looking at it right now. I'm kind of fucking scared.
You wanna
Like,
see what I see? I'm in a curtain right now. I'm in my closet, and this is Wait.
Oh, bro, we all have liminal spaces. Like, what the fuck?
Wait, hold on. So you see this, the curtain, and then
Bro, what the fuck?
I can't even see this right now. What you guys are seeing, I don't even see. So,
Into the closet, dude. That looks like a fucking like movie. Like,
dude, it looks like I'm in like FNAF like back room right now. Like all
yeah,
this.
yeah, dude, with the poster.
I can just see. Oh fuck! That curtain scared the shit out of me. Oh my god.
Oh, yeah,
Oh
I'm
my
gonna
god, dude!
get
I
it
saw
out of
that
here.
there, and I was like, Jesus Christ. Dude, that's
Did it in the
crazy.
Halloween episode.
Oh, watch
dude.
this. Okay,
actually
go
kinda
turn on
scary.
bedroom light.
Wait.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Okay, Google, turn on bedroom light.
Did you see it?
Okay, Google, turn off bedroom light.
What if we're all dreaming right now?
I don't like it. So yeah,
About
that's what I don't see that. That's behind me, but
thing.
did you see it?
That's so good.
Stop.
Bro, look at that.
Yeah, one more look at the boys and the fucking liminal fucking spaces. Wow, I'm turning it. That shit's fucking weird, dude. Just a dark hallway, like it literally, and it has like the shadow.
Yo, I just saw someone sprinting like in that.
Oh yeah, you
Would
gotta
actually
watch
fucking shit my
American
pants, dude.
football. It's like this video, and it's like
Look at that, dude. What would be the like fucking? It jumps out right now, like
Elmo.
oh, shit.
A 10-foot Elmo.
A 10-foot Elmo. I don't know if we could fit through the door. Like crouching under the door, like
bro, literally. Look
Elmo
at
wants to play. You remember that on it, like the.
Oh my god, dude.
Look at this.
That looks like my room.
Look.
Bro, okay. Dude, that's what we're gonna see.
American football.
Oh, if you saw that, dude, I would freak out.
Like right there. Oh my god.
Dude. I'm gonna look over here. Hopefully nothing kills me.
I'm kind of like checking my freaking back right now, dude. It's scary. I felt like
I don't think there's like
everything is I live in a fucking apartment, so I can hear like people walking by, and I'm like, oh shit, dude. Like, oh, it's scary. Like you hear
You just hear
footsteps. I'm like,
boom,
oh
boom,
shit.
boom, boom.
Yeah. That's my dad is
He's
like.
it's
checking.
not that dark.
I know. I'm low-key checking too. Like,
Close
bro,
the
if someone
door.
pops out the hallway, I'm kind of scared. So if I go in, I'm gonna get freaking.
You got like 3 lights on. So good.
Low key, I want to turn on the lights,
Bro,
but
it's
I
not
also
even a
don't.
Halloween episode. What are we doing?
Cause I'm gonna get like jumped by like the fucking sleep paralysis shit.
Oh,
I want to turn it
did you
off.
see it?
I turn it on. Fuck.
Did you see it?
Did you see it? Bro.
How did he do it?
I can't even finish the sentence because I start laughing.
Did
Did you see it?
Oh, that's just scary.
A
Like,
bright white
holy.
orb can be seen running across the room. Xiao Long in his investigation.
Fuck.
Yeah. All right, now are we done?
Yo, I literally still have a story time. I'm not even joking. I'll go
All right,
really
go,
freaking
go.
quickly. Okay, so this weekend, or no, not weekend. This week we had got a new trick skateboarding. I got a front board side, so it's like, yeah, I got a pen here. This is my epic explanation. So this is the rail right here. A backboard side is your back facing the rail, and then you ollie on slide and go off. But the front board side is when your front's facing the rail, like
The
that,
back
and then
goes.
you go on. So you're sort of like facing that way. Like if the rail was like, you basically turned like your back is all like when you get on it, your back is facing like front is on the rail almost. So it's like you can't really see what you're doing. So yeah, it's kind of weird that way. But I landed on like Thursday. Yeah, so I went to P2, which is like this like skateboarding place, or it's like this like one of the bigger, not really like big, but it's kind of just like local skate spot. It's like an underground place with like a not like those parking like curb things, kind of like triangle, like they're like
Yeah,
flat
at
at
the
the
end
top,
of the.
then triangle, and then they're like flat again.
Mhm.
Like at the end of the parking spaces. It's like one of those, and they waxed like the shit out of it, so you can like board side that.
Oh wow.
I brought my own rail, so I did that on like Thursday, which is really sick. And then today we had a pro D day, which is like really nice.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I went skating again. Put it on a down rail, which is like so the rail's like sort of slanted down, so it's kind of weird to like get the balance and shit. But yeah, and then also this week we had a retreat for our school. It's because we go to like Catholic school, we have to do like retreat, and so we had our retreat on Wednesday. It was like I don't know, like it's decent, I guess. Like it's pretty boring. Like you kind of just sit there. Like you have to sit in like they divide you in groups, and then you have to like sit and they just like talk. We play games, and then they like it's like talk about God and stuff. And then dude, they gave us pizza, and it was actually pretty good. You get like 3 slices of, or you can get like as much as you want, and they had like extra from like Domino's. Pretty good.
It's not like YMCA. They charge you like
Yeah, and you get
$4.
like this big, bro. And they
Yeah.
actually give you like you'll literally eat till you're full because you can get like because they order like 50 boxes or something ridiculous.
Wow.
They order like a shit ton of boxes, and every year there's always like too much to like eat. There's a bunch left
There's
over.
always
So
gonna be
like
that one kid.
yeah, so like the counselors or whatever, not the counselors, but like the group leaders always like take the extra boxes home. So that's pretty sick. I think yeah, it's
When I
pretty
went
good. Like
on to the retreat in grade 7 for like the confirmation, we had to go on this retreat. Oh my god, it was really bad, but at the same time we made it fun. They gave us the shittiest. It was on a Saturday. I had to miss soccer for this bullshit, and I had to like stay there for dinner too. So they gave every kid like a bowl of like pasta, and God bless them, but it was shit. And no one liked it except for Alex. Alex will eat anything, dude. So he had like 2 bowls of it. They're like, "All right, seconds." He's like, and then I'm just there like no one like I don't know if anyone. A couple of people I know didn't finish it. I didn't finish it because it's shit. So I'd be like going to the garbage can, and then like yeah, it was just shit food. But I mean, what can I do, right? It's the best. They're trying to feed all these kids. That's why I said God bless them because they tried. But yeah, Yeah, that's my part.
You were sick.
Et, did
Yeah.
you finish the bowl of pasta or whatever they gave us?
Yeah,
Yeah.
everything.
Did you like it?
Oh yeah.
Damn. Remember Harrison brought his own like snacks. He's like, I know I'm not gonna like the food. And he had it. He's like, yeah, I knew it. So
They're treated like they're weird because they like try to make them like cool and like, oh, it's super fun. Like,
yeah, they
trust
did
me,
that.
it's gonna
Yeah.
be great. And then like in our school, like they hype it up the whole year. They're like, Green Mountain Retreat, it's gonna be the most epic thing ever. And
Oh
like,
yeah.
dude, honestly the best part of like we had the retreat in grade 8 as well. And in grade 8, I think the most fun thing was like going on the bus. Like, let's be real here, like,
Yeah.
because it's like it was far
Oh yeah,
away,
in
so
the
it's like
back.
an hour. The forbidden story, but
The forbidden
was
story.
exactly, yeah. But
Yo, my thing's
it was,
frozen.
bus was fun because like everyone's like, yeah, everyone's talking and like someone brings a speaker in the back and like blasting music and stuff. Like, it was fun. Like, that's like the most fun part because it's just like being with your friends, like being with your whole class and just like, I don't know, just being like little shits and
Yeah.
like having a lot of fun.
Yeah.
But like
Yeah.
the retreat itself, like they try to make it fun and like it's just weird because like if you have a shitty group for it, you kind of like, oh, whatever. Like the retreat's
Why
done.
am I
Like
still on?
you don't have anyone you're like friends with or like any of your like close like people with you. It's kind of just boring. But I mean, it's
When
cool. Like, I
I
guess.
In my opinion.
Hmm? Silence.
I don't know what you said.
Me
All I
neither.
heard was in my opinion.
Overrated is, in my opinion.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like when
Yeah, I agree.
we went, it was a Saturday night at 9 p.m. We were leaving early to get our bus, and so I'm not gonna say who, but we were in because I can get in
Bro,
trouble.
who?
But we were in the auditorium and the mass. One of my friends said Allahu Akbar, and on top of that, we had to run out of the area. We sprinted to our bus in a parking lot. It was dark in a parking lot. It was pouring rain. We're sprinting, and then my buddy, you probably know who, was yelling, "Get down!" He's like, "Go, go, go!" He's like, "Get to the drop ship," or something like that. And it's like we're all sprinting to the bus, and then it was in the rough area of Metro Vancouver. And all these people are looking at us like, what the hell's going on? You just see all these kids running out. Get the hell out of there! Go, go, go! And then, yeah,
It's crazy. I think in a way, like their idea is good behind it. Like a lot of it is trying to like I guess like also like since our school's smaller, sort of like grade bonding or you know what I mean, like make I don't know everyone like closer. I mean, in a way, it kind of works. Like if you're in a group, like the small groups or whatever with people, like you kind of get to know them better and stuff. Like at the end of the day, it's kind of just like my shit, but to each their own. Yeah, I think we're done trading story times. I think.
we've done so long. It feels like we're done like the whole episode, but I've got several topics here. So here we go,
Same.
boys. Strap in. 3-hour episode.
Been more than like I think we've spent more than an hour on story time.
Yeah,
Because
it's been
I
like
looked at the
2 hours
clock.
maybe.
And we literally just talked the whole story time right now.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is kind of like story time, but not really. It goes into topics. Me and ET. I'm gonna start from the beginning. 2 weeks ago, roughly, I was with my friends at school, and they're talking about like dream schools or something like that. And they're like, "Okay, well, what would be your dream school?" And I was like, "I don't know." So I go home and I was like searching up schools. I came across this school called it's in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, and it's called MKIS, Mount Kiara International School. And what it is so okay. First of all, I just want to get this straight. I love diversity, A lot of my friends are from different backgrounds and all that stuff, and like that's a big like one of my favorite things in the world. So I really want to travel because I like diversity a lot. Anyway, so the school has over like 55 nationalities from kids all over the world at this school. It's an IB. It's I think it's just really big. They have like rock climbing, swimming. It's part of the gym curriculum, all that stuff. And basically, I fell in love with this school. It looks so nice. And before we get into any more, ET, if you'd be so kind, I put in the chat while I have a video that we watched. It's kind of like about the school. And I'm not going to the school. Some of my friends are like, "Are you going?" It's like, no, I'm not. I'm not gonna go on the other side of the world just for that. I mean, if my, I'd consider it, but I wouldn't be like, I wouldn't want to. You know what I mean? Unless like it was an opportunity. So yeah, there's a video there. It's kind of like about the school, and it's kind of funny what we did. But yeah, hopefully this video will kind of give more information about the school. I don't know.
Is it a high school or?
It's all in one, like how they do in Scotland, like kindergarten to grade 12, but it's like different.
What I love about Montclair International School is that we are a truly diverse international school located in the heart of an expatriate neighborhood.
After being here for 6 years now, it is truly international in the sense of the students are from everywhere, all over the world, in so many different countries, and that's one thing that really drew me to coming to work here.
The Primary Years Program, or PYP, is the elementary program of the IB, or International Baccalaureate. There's quite a few advantages of being part of the IB World Schools. It is part of 6 themes, or transdisciplinary themes. Those themes are focused around global and world issues or problems and relevant and challenging content that children learn. These are all important to be able to transfer and apply into real-world situations.
To me, MKIS is like a big family. I feel that the smaller school setting, the smaller class sizes, I feel that we are, as a staff, very close-knit. I think that we know a lot about each other. We do a lot together outside of school. I also feel that the staff know all of the kids. I think that the teachers know the kids very well, not only the kids in their own class, but the students outside that we see in the hallway. We interact with them on a daily basis, and I think that the students also know each other very well. The parents are very involved in our community, and everyone seems to support each other, and I think that's what makes the special family feel here.
The environment, when you meet teachers, it's different. They're really into the kids and into the learning process. The way that they talk about your kid, the way that they approach you as a parent is amazing. They really look at how the individual child learns now, and they interact with each parent.
Montclair International School is implementing new systems like IB, PYP, MYP. Also, they are introducing new subjects like STEM, which stands for science, technology, engineering, and math. Also, it has many like robotic labs. My kids this year, they can build a robot by themselves. So I think it's introducing a very high level of education.
Definitely one of the biggest improvements in MKS over the many years I've been here is the facilities. We recently got a really nice new library. We recently got a new gym, and these have been really beneficial in not just my own learning, but the learning of my peers as well.
About MKS, I really love the people around here and the teachers especially, because there are sometimes they encourage me to come during activity time or lunch to learn more, or after school they're always asking me to ask questions, and it really helps.
Montclair International School, we say it in our mission, we say it in our vision, and we say it in our values. The word community is repeated. We offer opportunities for people to become connected, the students, the parents, everybody to be connected to the school. Kindness and compassion. We're a diverse school with over 55 different nationalities. We can't claim to know the intricacies of every single culture. However, kindness and compassion is universal. We are positive. We make a choice every morning to wake up and come to MKIS and be positive. And excellence in our job every single day, from the parents, from the students, and the teachers. That's what MKIS is all about.
It might have been a little cringy, but yeah, I don't know. The thing is that this school has like all the stuff my school has. It's just like the setting of it. You know what I mean? It's like the setting,
Yeah.
and just I mean, my school doesn't have rock climbing or swimming.
The video probably just makes it look like really good, right? Because they're trying to promote it, so obviously it's gonna look like really good, you know. But
yeah. So, basically, as a joke, when I was at school, my friends sent an email to them. I was like, "Hi, yeah, I'm from Vancouver, and I'm just considering sending my kid here," as like a joke. And then they actually responded. I was like, "Oh, what do I do?" They're like, "Oh, keep going." So I kept going with the email, and I kind of got into a loophole that I couldn't get myself out of, and I felt kind of bad. So basically, what happened was I actually managed to schedule a Zoom meeting with like the admissions team, and oh my god, and ET was there with me. I have it on video. I can show you guys, but I'm not gonna play the whole thing. It's 30 minutes long. I'll just cut through different parts of it. So basically, I'm the kid. So I sent these emails to the admissions team, and I'm pretending to be the kid of like the person that's sending the emails, even though it was me. And ET's supposed to be my brother. So it's kind of funny. I don't know how they bought it. But it's like, yeah. I mean, the school, the big things that appeal to me are like, because all the programs and stuff I have it at my school, but the things that appeal to me are like I said, the diversity, the that's pretty much all, really. That's pretty much all, and the fact that they have the school setting, it just looks like a really cool school. So it's like, I think their elementary goes to grade 5, and then 6, 7 maybe is middle school. I don't know. And then high school is like 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I don't know. But yeah, so I have the video here of when we of when we when we went into the Zoom meeting. So I'll share it to you guys. I'm gonna mute so that doesn't echo. But yeah, here it is. For some reason, it's not showing up on my application thing. So let's see here. Oh, it popped up and then it went away. Okay, let's see. Oh shit, that's not it. And then
bit before.
he went on to a private school and high
Like
school.
before I joined. Yeah, that's good.
No, currently we're at different schools. But we have attended the same school in the past. So here in Vancouver, I don't know how you guys do it there. But here we have elementary school to kindergarten to grade 7, and then there's no middle school. So it's high school is grade 8 to grade 12. So throughout elementary school, we attended the same private school, and then he went on to a private school in high school, and I'm in a public IB school currently. Yeah. No, it's not IB. Her volume was so low. She was just asking if ET's school is IB. So we just had some questions. But yeah, my dad told me
with his real name, so she's like,
he
"Who's
also had
Etienne
questions as well.
Santiago?"
Bro, that's not my last name.
If it doesn't work, I might have to call him.
Manny, can you hear us? Yes. Okay. Can you put your video on, please?
She's like, Manny, can you hear us?
Man, you like the guy from Dire for
Yeah, I was thinking that. Yeah.
Man, yeah, please. What's the L for?
Oh, it's supposed to be I, like for Isaac.
Manuel. Oh, you got cut
Yeah,
out.
I had a couple of questions. Just to start it off. So how will the meeting go along tonight? Like how will will we have to watch a presentation? Will you explain something? Because my dad didn't really inform me, so I was just wondering. Repping the HTS hoodie. Okay. Okay, yeah, so my dad and me, we have some questions here. Let me get it out. Yeah, some are like, more specific than others. This is just boring stuff, so yeah. Probably just skip to the end. Do you guys have like, an LAC program? I don't know, last like skip to like the last 5 minutes.
Last 5 minutes?
Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. When? Because I guess not.
1 minute.
Okay. He's our other brother. He's Manny's age. He's in my grade because he's born in December of 2005. Yeah.
So which grade are you in then? Grade 9. Okay. Okay, perfect.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much for your time. So the video didn't really pick it up, sadly, but it was really funny. Like, dude, ET's like, yeah, I mean, everything in here I've taken into consideration and answers are very well answered. I mean, the questions were really well answered. And then, like, yeah, she was asking, like, very personal questions. She's like, all right, so what company does your dad work for? And I was like, SI. She's like, okay. Like, so what's your date of birth? And then what really threw me off was like she's like, okay, what's Manny's date of birth? And I was like, I don't know. I think it's like somewhere in September. And then he joins. He's like, yeah, it's December 2nd. And then she's like, okay. And then like at the end of the meeting, I tried to like kind of back that thing like information up so she doesn't think it's like too sketch. And I was like, oh yeah, Manny, did Jake did he not want to come to the meeting? And then ET's like, no. And then she's like, who's Jake? And I was like, oh, it's our other brother. She's like, can I have his date of birth? And then I was like, oh yeah, it's I was gonna say September, but I messed up. And I was like December. I was like, no, I had the perfect chance. But yeah, it's so funny how I managed to get a meeting with like the school. Like, dude, I was telling like all the boys, like, yo, imagine if all the boys just go to the school, just pull up, like, yo, dude. Like, imagine bringing Ralph there, dude. It's like, oh my god.
Balling out like, every day between classes.
Yeah, but they're
nice
basketball court. There's like there's one inside and outside. The one outside is pretty small.
Outdoor one looks so freaking nice though.
The outdoor one?
Mm.
Yeah. I saw in the meeting she said for gym class, each week in their tri-semester or something, they do 1 week on the climbing wall, 1 week in the gym, 1 week swimming, and they just like rotate that. Which is kind of cool. A lot of the stuff that they do, because my school is also IB, it's the same. Like, you gotta do personal project and stuff like that. But she was like, I mean, yeah, she was nice enough, I guess. It was really quiet. I don't know why. But what was it? What was I gonna say? Yeah, she's asking me all these like questions, and I was thinking like, yo, wouldn't it be so funny if they're like, all right, we'll put your name down on the attendance list. We'll email you a schedule. Just send us when you get here. Just come through with the money. And then like I'm on their name list, so they're like, All right, Jennifer P. All right. Yeah, colonizer. Just get all the boys' names on there. They're like, who the hell is this kid? That'd be so funny. Oh my god. Yeah, so I guess that's my dream school, I guess, as my friends are talking about. But yeah, no, the school actually does look pretty nice. But
My dream school would be Dubai.
Dubai. Go with Parsa then.
I'm gonna
Go
go
with
to
them.
Ferrari World. Yo,
There
shout
you
out
go.
Ferrari World.
Get the boys.
Bro, if the boys went to Ferrari World, oh my gosh. That would be
Dude,
so
that'd be so fun. Imagine Raph on the roller coaster. Ah! Oh, yo, he's like shaking his. Dude, that'd be so funny. Oh my god. But okay, I guess yeah, dude, we still have topics. It feels so weird. Okay, you guys go.
Nope.
You know how many topics? All right, Justin, I guess.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So, this is an article I saw like the suggested thing, and I was like, "What the fuck? This is weird." But basically, it says the title is "Birthday at Skate Park Earns Teens Family $880 Fine."
What the hell?
An Ottawa family says they were shocked to receive an $880 fine days after letting their 14-year-old son use a nearby skateboarding park on his birthday. On Monday, Merrick Batstone's family decided to celebrate his 14th birthday by visiting Legacy Skate Park near Woodrove Avenue in Baseline, New Jersey, some fresh exercise. The family said at the time there were no barriers or signs indicating the public park was off limits.
Justin lagging or is it...
And Batstone was wearing a mask for it.
It's delayed.
Yeah. It's like 10 minutes delayed, I think.
Like the camera.
I think it should be.
He's still talking about dreams.
Yo. Shit, switch tabs.
He's talking normally as he's like laughing. Yo.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so the family said at the time there are no barriers or signs indicating the public park was off limits, and Batstone was wearing a mask and keeping a safe distance from others. But it wasn't long before the Ottawa bylaw officers showed up and told everyone to leave. The family says they were asked to provide identification, but days later, a bylaw officer knocked on the family's door and handed them an $880 ticket for violating pandemic restrictions. It shows a video, and basically it's like the bylaw officers coming in, and the dad is so pissed. He's like, "What?" He's like, "What is going on?" And then they show him the fine. He's like, "Bro, they're like $880." It's on like Twitter. I don't know how I get the. I don't know if I can share because it's on Twitter, but yeah. Okay. So it says, "I was shocked," said Michelle, Batstone's mother. $880. That could be someone's rent for the month, and I couldn't believe it. Felt horrible, said Batstone. I think I did all the precautions, like with the 2-meter distancing. And I honestly don't know what I was doing. What was wrong with that? What I was doing. Province-wide stay-at-home order issued last month initially forbid the use of outdoor playgrounds and park equipment. After the public outcry, the province reversed those restrictions a few days after. Hoff said she assumed that included skate parks. I really felt frustrated with this because as a family, we've done everything we can. And then to get slapped with this, it felt so disheartening. I felt really disencouraged, she said. Keep going. But they were like really mad because it's like, I mean, I don't think he was with anyone. Oh, by the way, this is in Ottawa, so that's why the restrictions are like different than they are here. But I mean, yeah, it's kind of frustrating because like, I skate as well. Like, it's like when the parks they were like closed and stuff, it'd just be such a pain in the ass, especially because like I feel for like this family. They said like he could like do this or like play guitar or do this, but like he's like I'm not getting any exercise. I don't want to do something that actually like that's fun for me, right? And then like it wasn't even like there's no sign saying you can't go in it, and then to get hit with like a big fine as well is kind of just like
Yeah.
unfair. So and plus, if he was distancing and wearing a mask and like it was just him, like they never stated that it was anyone else. I assume it was just him.
It's too wholesome, you know.
Yeah, it's like what was he doing? He was like doing everything right. So why the hell would they get like a fine? And for his birthday as well, right? Like it's just and if let's say it was just him, it's just him at a skate park with a mask, being socially distanced, like minding his own
There
business.
wasn't any sign either.
Yeah, and then
And I don't think 100%, I don't think they deserve it. There's no sign. They've done their part. They're, doing all their precautions necessary, I'm assuming.
They didn't
So
they
they
didn't
give
know,
them
right?
break.
Like
Yeah,
apparently it's like off limits, but like
exactly.
never said anything. So I don't know. And the other part, they said that could be someone's like that could be someone's rent. Like that's like a big fine, especially in COVID where there's like families struggling and like especially you have kids and you're paying for like well not sports anymore, but you know what I mean. You have to raise a
Yeah.
family and like
Maybe
that
they're
can
fine
be a
people
pretty
do.
big blow on someone's like financial situation, especially because of COVID now. So
Yeah, definitely. So they're taking this to court, I'm assuming.
I don't know. I think later in the article, it says something about the city doing something about it. No, yeah, I think they're trying to fight the ticket. Pretty hefty fine. So, all right, I still have a couple topics. I have like have topics, so I'm just gonna do like one or two more, and then I just gonna switch over to you. So, basically, MF Doom and Starface, like these two rappers, they just released a new album. This is like just an article like explaining what it is. So, a new album from hip hop supergroup Starface and the late rap legend MF Doom has been released. The 10-track Super What suggests appearances from DMC of Run DMC, Del the Funky Homo Sapien, Morris, and God forbid, listen to the LP below. Starface announced Super What earlier this week on Instagram, stating that the new album was recorded and slated to drop on April 2020. Continued, when COVID-19 struck and the world stopped, we chose to pull it, focus on family, and fine-tune a few elements on it. What you'll be hearing was finalized, mixed, and mastered in the summer of 2020. It's our honor and privilege to share it with you on Friday. I speak with everyone involved when I say we are incredibly fortunate to have collaborated with Doom. He's one of a kind, never to be duplicated, MC, producer, and visionary. We wish peace and healing to his family and friends, and to everybody touched by the gifts he shared with the planet. MF Doom forever. Super What artwork was created by Czarface co-creator Lamore Supreme. Czarface and MF Doom last linked up on 2018 Czarface meets Metalface, and that was like a really good album. On December 31st, 2020, it was revealed that MF Doom had died 2 months prior at age 49. The cause of death was not revealed. Scores of tributes from the music world poured the following news, including words of remembrance from Madlib, Tyler the Creator, ELP, and more. Last month, an alternative version of MF Doom's Dead Bent was released on a non-fungible token, NFT, half the proceeds going to Doom's children. So, yeah. Really good album, like, my opinion, some of the, like, it's not as good as his, like, prime or, like, his older stuff. But, like, one of them, I was listening to it today, like, Breaking the Action, and like some of those ones are really good. There's like a list here. Let me give you my takes on it. My favorite is Breaking the Action, A Name to the Face, and The King and I. Those ones are all like really good. It's pretty cool. So, but it's kind of sad because MF Doom died like not that long ago, like a couple months ago. So, kind of sucks. It's a pretty good album. You should listen to it.
Run the rhythm.
Yo, cool blood, come straight to the jaw.
Kurupt FM.
I'll do like my last topic. It's not really a topic. I'm just kind of explaining it. So basically, William Strobeck has a new video for Supreme, like the skate team. He's like one of my favorite like filmers, and I haven't even watched the video. I just saw it like as I was like pulling up my topics. Like, holy shit, I gotta watch this. Like I saw him tease a lot of it. It's called Stallion. He shoots a lot for like Supreme and like GX and like all the trendy brands and stuff. But he's such a good filmer, and like I don't know, he's really sick. Plus those teams are both like really stacked. Like they have really good skaters in it, and like from the people who've like watched it, they said it's super good. So I want to watch that. Like as soon as this ends, like the podcast, I'm probably gonna watch it. It just looks really good. Yeah, that's that.
Okay. Well, we're on the topic of music. There's a lot of music that's been released this week. I know Dax dropped like a new song that's getting a lot of people are liking it. I haven't listened to it yet. And also, as you guys can see here, Kurupt Fm have dropped a song. It's the first time they've released anything in 4 years. And they also announced that they're doing a album soon. And they're going back into music, and it's like this is the latest thing they've released since 4 years since they've done the show. I think it's a part of branding, if I'm honest, because I know in August they're going to be releasing the film Kurupt FM in Japan or something like that. I'm looking forward to that. And the song is pretty good. It's with Craig David. And it's funny because I love how these guys always stay in character. Like in the song at the end, of the, you know how like throughout the show they're like against pop music. They're like, we hate it and stand against it. And then they get Craig David to like sing on the track. And then at the end of the song, they're like, yeah, let's get rid of all that singing shit. And then they just switch up the verse and they go like hardcore, like grime. And then it's like a 30 to 40-second verse, and then Beats is like, all right, yeah, just loop that bit and then get rid of all the singing bollocks. Like, yeah, that's good. And then yeah, so it's pretty funny. It's a good song. I like it. It's called Summertime, and it reminds me of summertime, so I get it. And it was released on Craig David's birthday as well, so that's funny. But yeah, it's pretty good. Another thing here, I think. Oh yeah, here. So Alissa Violet put on Twitter that she wants to come back to YouTube. She's like, if this tweet, I was looking through the comments here. She's like, if this tweet gets what is that? Oh yeah, 100K likes, I'll get back on YouTube. Look how many likes it got. So I'm doing it anyway. It didn't even get 500. So she's coming back on YouTube. I know she took a break and like did all that recovery shit. The comments here are funny. Didn't ask. What What else? Probably gonna post shit content like every other US YouTuber, only a few make. Yeah, kinda.
You couldn't even get 1,000. Really ask for 100K.
Don't care. She that irrelevant. Everyone here is just Jake Paul made her. Yeah, that's true. As sad as it is. What else here? She need to go to OnlyFans. Colin Odwer Hobber. I don't give two fucks.
That's you.
Yeah. And then another Colin Michael. Who? Yeah, so I don't know. I agree with these guys. I don't care. I mean, I don't know. Dude. I just put it in here because I thought it was a big deal. So, what else is this? Oh yeah, Copper drop. We got the crying child instead of the problem child. T-shirt. Which actually no, we're gonna go here. No here. So Jake Paul had a little bit of a scuffle with Floyd Money Mayweather, and Jake Paul is literally that kid in school that is like the annoying jerk that you just want to slap. He's that kid in school. Like, you know, he fits that. He stole Floyd Mayweather's hat, started running around saying, I got your hat, I got your hat. If that doesn't scream pussy, I don't know what does.
Yo,
So
why are they posting about Jake Paul? That's Sportsnet.
yeah, dude, Sportsnet, they've been pretty desperate because, you know, sports are restricted. So Jake Paul, I'll show you the video in a minute.
Oh, yeah,
I stole his hat because
by the way, your camera died.
My cameras? Oh my god. Oh, I guess I ran out of battery. Alright, we're gonna switch here. Dude, we've probably been going for a while. Alright, integrate camera.
Oh, I love that one. It's so good.
Wait, can you guys see me now? Wait. Let's load it in. Alright. So the camera is so much worse. Okay. He said, I stole his hat because he steals people's money with boring fights. Okay, cause yeah, that's a good reason. It's not like he has a knockout a lot of the time. So here's the video.
So let's do it. Let's make it happen. Let's make it happen. Yes, sir. Get the paperwork for this bum. Get Al Henry. Absolutely. I don't need Al Henry.
Take that, bum.
I'm my own boss. I'm my own boss. One night. Got your hat. Got your hat.
Yeah.
Let's do it. He literally just his hat. He probably got it back. Like, why do they make a whole poster on it?
I stole your hat. I stole your hat. Like, he thinks he's so funny. Shut up.
Yeah, I don't think he got his hat back, but Floyd Mayweather is saying he wants to fight both of the Paul brothers at the same time, which, you know, I think he could beat the shit out of Jake Paul, but at the same time, I don't want him to do what he says, and then because of that, not being able to beat Jake Paul. It's like he's saying. So obviously, anyone that has common knowledge of, you know, boxing in general, you don't even have to be that knowledgeable about the sport, would say that Floyd Mayweather would kick both of these guys' asses so freaking hard. So, and we all know that. And if you don't, I'm sorry, but you're retarded. Floyd Mayweather, if he said, "Oh, I can beat him with one arm," that'd be like, okay. Like, I know you can beat him, but don't get that cocky. You know what I mean? So he's pretty much doing that. And you know, I get it why Logan Paul wants to talk a bunch of. I'm just playing it. I know why Logan Paul wants to talk a lot of shit because, you know, it stirs up hype and gets sales and whatnot. But a lot of the stuff he's saying is just plain stupid. Like, he says, "When was the last time you got a knockout?" Was 10 years ago. Okay. When was the last time you got a knockout?
Never.
Exactly. And how many fights have you won? Right? So, what makes Logan Paul think that he can beat Floyd Mayweather and not beat KSI? Like, what? And
I know why. And then the way they like sell they fight, like he's like, oh, like it's almost like propaganda. Like the picture, I think it's like one of his Instagram where it's like him like towering over Mayweather and he's looking down like that, and it's like, bro, okay, you have height. That's one thing against like a world class boxer who has like freaking like what like fit like he's literally he's undefeated. Okay, he's never lost,
Yeah.
and it's not like he's been fighting bad people like shit boxers. Like he's fought like good fighters and knocked like all of them out.
Conor
Pretty much.
McGregor,
Like,
Manny Pacquiao. I don't know who else. Yeah,
those are
a
in
lot of
recent years. Like, you know what I mean? Like his whole career, he's been fighting people with like
yeah.
like a good call. Yeah, like why would Logan Paul beat him if he hasn't even won against a YouTuber?
Yeah.
You know, like it's just stupid.
Yeah. And then also it's like, but I know that Logan Paul knows he's gonna lose, because everyone in his vlogs and like everything, his team, they all say he's gonna lose, whether they're joking or not. They all know that he's gonna lose, and Logan Paul even knows. He's like, "Oh, everyone's telling me I'm gonna get my ass kicked." So Floyd Mayweather actually compliments Logan Paul. He's like, he's a big dude, like he's a strong guy. So we're just doing this to entertain you guys. And then he's like, "Oh, you're actually 50-1 from your wife." Like, shut up.
I
Like,
saw that. That was
it's just,
kind of funny.
it's like,
Dude, like he can't do anything else. Just give him the freaking trash talking.
it's
Like
not,
Floyd doesn't need to say
yeah,
shit because like he
and
knows
it's
he's gonna
not
get robbed. Like
class
you're gonna get
whatsoever.
robbed, my guy.
Yeah,
I mean,
and
I feel like both of them, both Jake and Logan, like the first time, like even I remember like when it first happened, like the OG YouTube boxing, it's because they try to take the approach of freaking Conor McGregor, right? Like he does that, like remember in all the press conferences of like, remember Khabib and McGregor, like that whole like he's like,
yeah,
and I fucked your mom, and like, and he's trying to like promote, he's literally promoting his wine, like what, like stage 7 in the middle of the press conference. He's like, oh yeah, he's like, after I knock you out, I'll drink my wine, and like he's doing all this shit. I'm like, bro, like, and it stirs things up, and it also just like makes people more engaged in like what's actually happening. But like they're just trying to like, I don't know, get views and like just try to like create commotion, you know?
yeah. And so without even planning on like this whole like 2v1 situation going in on June 6th in Hard Rock, I don't know what, in Miami. Jake Paul, because of this act, because he's a dumbass, he gets banned from the stadium. So that's, from my take, my personal opinion. It's like, no, like please don't do it. It's like, I know he's an asshole, but like you don't understand. Like you have to let him in, because then everyone wants to see him lose, because he keeps winning, and it's like, all right, I'm gonna be dead honest here. I was watching the last UFC fight with Usman and Masvidal, and I watched boxing that day. I watched like a boxing match. If you look at professional, I'm talking like real professional fighters. If you look at real professional boxers, they swing their hands so freaking fast, and it makes Jake Paul look like shit. So if you put Jake Paul in one of those guys, he would eat shit. If you look at like a wide perspective, like if you look at the boxing as a sport itself, I would say I would say Jake Paul is good. I'd say he's good. But if you look at it compared to real professional fighters, he's shit. Just like if I were to go against someone from Premier League, like I would say I'm a decent soccer player, but put me up against one of them, I would be shit. It's the same
Yeah.
thing. So
Because like pro, it's just like it's
yeah,
not like compared to people who don't play soccer. Of course, you'll be like really good. Yeah, I know. And like the other thing is like the way they try to sell the fights, they try to make it look like they have a chance when really they take so long on picking fights. And you know what? I saw this video and it's like the one thing that sucks about the YouTube boxing thing is how they try to maintain this class of undefeated. But the reason they're undefeated is because they strategically pick their fights. They choose people who aren't boxers, who aren't this, just to make their like reputation look better. Jake Paul fought a YouTuber. Yeah, so he fought Deji. give like two YouTubers, a retired NBA athlete, and a UFC and like a UFC fighter, right? Like what you haven't fought a
Retired
boxer.
UFC.
Yeah, who's literally like 200 pounds. I saw the thing. It's like he's literally 200 pounds and has a dad bod, and you're like claiming like it's like Jake Paul after you win against a 200 pound dad, and he's like yeah, and he's like this. I'm like, bro, he's like Ben
Bro,
Askren
and
is
like
like
the
smiling.
mascot too. Like, what was it doing there?
The what?
Yeah,
Like
he's
the
like
huge like robot thing. You know,
Oh.
at, like the
like rest in peace, my security guard, and then the robot's like dancing. I was like,
Yeah.
what?
Here's another video of it. And Logan Paul's trying to get in there, dude. I don't know what he's doing. Let's turn the volume. Dude, let him loose. Let him go. Like, let them. Like, I mean, I know he'd get charged and all that, but honestly, it might just be worth it. I don't know. But I just want to say, every time I cheer for someone in boxing, they don't win. I cheer for.
Look at the comments. This is the funniest thing I've ever seen.
Dude, there's so many. Yeah. Sheesh. Excited for the fight. Love Jake really spiced that one up. Haha, just another day in your life. Yeah. Got your hat. Like, dude, no one gives a shit.
Thinks he's so funny. Like,
I know. No one likes him, dude. Jake Paul, if you're watching us, no comment.
don't watch it. Fuck you.
Yeah. Like I've asked my friends, I was like, "Hey, what if you see Jake Paul like coming to my school?" I would knock that guy out straight away. Well, actually, I probably wouldn't knock him out, but I'd just attack him. And I don't know. My mentality a lot of the time when it comes to fighting, I don't really like. I haven't fought like someone in a while, but if I were to fight someone, I wouldn't just do it for any reason. Hence why I don't fight. But if I were to do it, it has to be for a good reason. If some guy's bullying me and they're like twice my size, I don't care. I'll take him on because it's like defending my honor and defending like my pride as like a human
what if
being.
it's Frank from Brawl Stars?
Well, then I would try my hardest to mess Frank up, even though he's like 800-pound. What is it? I forgot the Frankenstein. But
Giant
I
ass
would
hammer.
still try and beat his ass. I'd probably lose, but so be it. I'd still try because it's defending my pride and my honor. So it might sound cringy, but you know, I'm just being real. And if I were to, Jake Paul came up in my face, I wouldn't hesitate to throw a fist whatsoever. He could probably kill me if he wanted to. I don't care. If he starts talking shit, you already know I'm gonna be going ham. But yeah, no, I'm not saying whatsoever I would win against Jake Paul in a fight. He'd beat my ass. Anybody in this video would beat my ass. But I'd still, you know, try. Maybe like one guy in here, like a midget or something. I don't know. But yeah. That's kind of it. And then 2 copper drops here. We'll get to that one in a sec. The crying child. So Jake Paul's nickname for boxing is the problem child. And I think it suits him quite well. Whoever thought of that name is pretty smart because he's a big problem in society and no one likes him. So they got a crying child here. And I don't know what the hell that is, but copper drop. I'd say.
Drop. I don't want to wear Jake Paul on my fucking t-shirt, dude. The guy's an idiot.
I would say drop, but it is funny because they're making fun of him saying the crying child. And then,
it's funny, but still, like.
Yeah. And then we got a new color for the Predators. It's like a pink. I'd say cop right away. It looks nice.
Sick. Cop. It kind of looks like boots I have, like the X.
Yeah, kind of.
Yo, cop. If I needed
like
shoes,
the pink
I would get
things.
Yeah. All right. Well, I got how many topics? Oh, I just got this quick one here. So this guy, He's like, I would suck all of you to get Fortnite Mobile back once caller declared to the U.S. District Court. Court accidentally opens Epic versus Apple dial-in line to all speakers. Fortnite kids go nuts. What do you guys think?
Well, seeing that it's a Discord attachment and probably leads me to believe that it's not real.
Maybe, yeah. But if we go to the PC Gamer site, it might have it there. Let's just assume it is real. I think that I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised because there's always those stupid kids out there that these kids need to go outside, like leave the house, go outside. Like these kids need to leave. You know what I mean? Why they're so? I mean, I guess a pandemic, but go outside. Like these kids need to get out there and like experience the world. Like instead of calling U.S. District Court, like you know what I mean? So I don't know. That's what I think.
These kids aren't thinking straight. Alright, I got okay, I have 2 copper drops. I'm just gonna share them to the chat while live thing.
Bro, I'm so like such a long episode. I'm like I feel uncomfortable in this chair. Once we're done, I'm just gonna go have a lay down. Maybe go to bed. I don't know.
Facts.
Dude, it's almost 12 in the freaking morning.
The hell, why is this link so long?
So which one should I do? The skate line, right?
I just did the skate line one, yeah. And then I'm getting another one there right now.
Welcome back, everybody, to another skate line.
Welcome everybody to another episode of Skate Line BD. Can you catch this down a notch, Chris Mama? Because I don't know if this was fisheye or you flicked the handrails height above that handrail.
Alright.
Chris Cooking Cold War puts out his
anyone
first
can do that.
post-element part and apparently has made a horrible decision. I don't mean that in a bad way. I actually say that with a lot of love. They got talent over there. The moles, they dumb. Cookie obviously delivered in spots that I've never seen before, and a kink rail that should have had his ass for breakfast, lunch, dinner, and a weird Wednesday brunch. Usually that's a Sunday thing. You get a mimosa, I don't even drink. I might fuck around and do it. It's brunch, it's a celebration. But yeah, this is a supportive thing. I'm just like how Nas would do it. Jadakiss, Hove with the shit. He made a horrible decision, nigga. World changing, igniting. I'm not hating. It's Vermont. They don't need hate. What the fuck have they done? Except fuck up a couple swing votes. This week's damn nigga patted up Pedro going crash test dummy. Out here flipping shit like he don't give a damn.
No.
Play the clip. Beware park skaters. A safe Pedro is dangerous.
Oh my god.
And here I am wishing TRL was still around so I could watch Eminem and Britney Spears present Kevin Spankin' Long's new whatever the fuck I just watched. Is there a Baker double standard? Cause didn't Cyril Jackson get kicked off for rapping? I know his shit wasn't hot or nothing, but I'm saying like this nigga could have skateless sound music videos with mustache men popping out the back of his head, but the homie can't drop some not hot tracks on a mixtape and stay on the team? It's bullshit. That's why I watch 106 in Park anyway. That was a joke. I didn't like TRL. Jake Galati, not only do you look like the sneak dissing from Napoleon Dynamite, but you check off every single box that you would need to actually just be the guy. You got the clips, you went to the famous spots, you wear your rock star hat backwards so we don't gotta stare at that stupid star all the time. This was like some earth shape-shifting Pangea, the planets coming across and separating and letting water flow through type shit. Forget all that. Listen, for some reason, while you're doing big spin fun blunt faking on Clipper, I'm looking at the screen like, what did Najee Houston do? Why am I feeling like this? This part was fucking crazy. Literally in our room should be Jake Galati posters. His face with the gap teeth everywhere. But it's not. We don't give a fuck. It's too precise. You don't even feel like he was like, was he scared that morning? He was like, I'm probably gonna fall. I have health insurance and I can come back. That's not good for us. Corey Kennedy had to be locked up with 2 hots in the spot. This is looking too good. and I love it, and I enjoy it, and I don't got no expectations. I don't want nothing from you. I don't want you to have a shoe again. I don't want you to invent no new tricks. Don't have a 12-minute Beware Sasquatch Part 2. I'm not asking for nothing subliminally. I need you to just stay focused and be happy, Corey, all right? Then I mean that from outside of a joking form, all right? I know some real shit happened to you, so we love you at Skateboard. Well, all of us. Glad to have you back. This is good night from another episode of Scaling MBD, and Mason Coletti held out on that pop like it was Mormon coochie.
Somebody get this man on our podcast now.
Yeah.
Okay, and then I think I sent the second one, the big link.
We're pushing 3 hours on this shit.
Dude, this is like the fucking longest podcast ever. This is my last topic.
Alright.
This,
ET, you don't
I want to go to bed, bro.
Yeah, man.
Hey, one second. I need to fucking press the link. Ooh.
Oh my
God.
Okay, so basically, so these are like DCs. They're like really like big skate shoes. They're really big in like the early 2000s. The one on the right is like the Lynx G, and then the one on the left is Josh Callis. That's his pro model. And so basically that's like a Valentine's Day collection of the two things, and they come in like a they come in one. They're like a package deal thing. Released both of them together. And I kind of want to get like the one on the left, like the one that's like all red, because Josh Callis is like a really sick skater. My skate shoes, like I don't know, I want to skate something like DC or something like really chunky or like weird. But what do you guys think? Cop or drop on both of them?
Cop left.
I like the style, I guess, but it's just a bit too big, like chunky wise. So,
bro, come on, bro, the aesthetic.
I don't know. I have to say drop just because they're a bit too big.
Bruh.
Yeah.
I like slim shoes.
Yeah, facts.
Come
on, man.
Holy shit, dude. Yo, my volume. Wait a minute, dude. My volume's at full. It's at 100%.
Yo, my bad.
You almost just raped my ears. I say cop on both because they're both pretty sick. T, what do you think?
Cop on left, drop on right.
I forgot to mention that I do have one copper drop more.
Bruh.
So Nike puts the PlayStation 5 on your feet with its PG5 sneakers. The brand has once again teamed up with Sony to design a signature basketball shoe for NBA and Clippers star Paul George. So these are basketball shoes.
Shit.
This camera's a lot better at focus, man.
Yeah,
PG5 or PS5?
PG5.
The shoe is called PG5 because it's Paul George.
No, you see what I was doing there? Like, joke.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty sick.
For basketball shoes, I would say cop.
Dude, I would say cop. What the man?
Dope.
Wait, what did you say, Justin? Cop?
I said cop.
Yeah,
They kind of match my kit, the white.
Oh yeah, if it was like casual
jersey.
shoes, I would say drop. But since they're just basketball shoes, I would say cop. I like the PS5 logo up there. Yeah, I don't know. I'd say cop.
Those are sick. Yeah.
Yeah, you know they're gonna be so much money. But,
bro, it's literally 12 in the morning. Got dedication out there.
And we're doing because we started late.
We started.
Yeah, I started like 9:30.
9. It's a long ass episode. Good thing I'm done all my topics, and I hope you guys are done all your topics because it's fucking late.
No, we got 5 more here. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm joking.
Alright, so that's been episode 51. See you guys on Happy New Year. Yeah. So, I'm tired.